must say they have been a very, very fruitful discussion. Let's give Jacob a round of applause. They've been very, very, very good. I'm a DC, at the same time the chairman for Land Allocation Committee. We have a pilot base for this particular program. 84 hectares of land have been allocated to us. We have given this land to anchor farmers and our local farmers. The reason why we bring them for the local farmers to really leverage on expertise and the technical competence of these anchor farmers. It has been a very, very fruitful exercise, and I believe strongly all farmers within this catchment area who have expressed interest in the land have been given land. So I believe strongly there's no cause of alarm. JICA have been very, very fruitful, very, very tactical in the delivery. We even have what we call complete committee, site meeting. Every bottleneck has been addressed at a site meeting. So investors, rest assured, you are in a safe hand. We continue to protect, to ensure that your investment will yield the maximum benefit. If we move a little bit from here, the junction, about less than a kilometer, a police station, abandoned police station at Fujoko have been completed. I completed it just to provide security for investment visitors in this area. So I want to assure all of you here that you are in a safe hands. GCAP, right from day one, engage the districts. We continue to have discussion, and I believe strongly this is a very fruitful engagement, and I'm very certain that your investment will yield the maximum benefit. Once again, thank you so much for coming. We continue to engage each other. Once you have the land, as our rep from the doctor from land from World Bank, we are expecting that we should turn the land around. The fact that we be given land today doesn't mean that's the end of the story. We have a plan. If you be allocated a land, you want to land to lie fallow, we'll take the land from you. So let's get assured that once you have the land today, that doesn't mean that you should leave the land fallow without be working on the land. We want to turn the economic fortune of this area around. We wanted to get job, or our youth to get job to do. We wanted to make sure we are looking at the food basket of Ghana. Togome irrigation project should also be counted, or led by irrigation project should also be counted. So investors, we are here to support investors who are very vibrant to ensure that they turn the land around 24/7. Once again, you're most welcome, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Chairman, Togwe, and the elders, and all gathered here. I think as the engineer was making presentation, he got to a point, and I heard when issue of cost came in. But as much as possible, from the policy side, I want to see how government is able to get its money back so that he can invest in other areas for more development to go on. So if you are to contribute something small so that government can continue his agenda, I think it should be a welcome news. In addition to that, I think when government do investment in the country, definitely the investment will be on the land of a traditional area or a community or some aspects of the citizens of the country. And always government is mindful of the people on whose area he is going to invest or he's going to do a project. And always, as much as possible, government do not want to disenfranchise the people, but instead to strengthen them economically so that the people can also have the full benefits of any natural resource within their jurisdiction. On this note, I think maybe it's a private invitation, but Honorable Minister had wanted to have interaction with the community leaders before even this meeting, but for his travel outside the country, this meeting couldn't come on. So definitely, I know in some few days' time, Honorable Togbe and his elders will have opportunity to have discussion with a minister in Accra. We have already planned it, and it will be communicated to them, so that all issues and discussions to see the full participation of the communities on the scheme, as has been elaborated by the Honorable DC. All these are issues that will be discussed so that the project can be more beneficial to the people around there and also beneficial to the entire country, so that more of such schemes can be developed and more projects can come up. So once again, the investor community and investors who are here, I'm sure you are at home. Don't look at the cost, but look at the huge investment and the benefits you are going to get. And I think if we do things right, these are things that we can easily offset and make more profit for ourselves, and also to create more employment. Because the more we utilize these natural resources efficiently and be able to develop more in the country, then more people will get jobs to do. So I just want to say thank you, and I assure Nana and Co that the minister is with them, and all discussions will go on for smooth running of the scheme. Thank you.
To be able to fully unlock the agricultural potentials in this country, irrigation is the way to go. It's one of the major challenges facing farmers in this country. But there are a few observations. Number one, I think that I was eager to listen to the chief who spoke. And I will encourage the authorities not to take his sentiment and concerns lightly at all, because every investor will need his peace of mind before he or she can work in an area. The local people must be able to coexist with the investors. So this one, I mean, the laws are clear on them. We should not even debate the point at all. I think that before you even organized this particular program, you should have sorted all these issues out. It is not good for the consumption of investors at all. So let's try as much as possible to resolve this particular issue. And I will encourage you to involve the opinion leaders. I have not seen the Member of Parliament around. It is refreshing to hear from the DCE, but I think that you must involve the Member of Parliament and other stakeholders as well. Now, my major concern has to do with the upfront payment. Upfront payment. Our oil is gone to expatriates. Our gold is gone. The agricultural sector, let us try as much as possible to encourage Ghanaians to own it. Food security is very important. It's of national security concern. And so let's try as much as possible to encourage local farmers to own this particular, the Ghanaians in the system to own this particular project. If you are not very careful, you have a lot of people hiding behind people to come and take it without necessarily the involvement of the people in this country. So paying about 42,000 to 43,000 Ghana cedis per hectare, and I presume it's for 50 years, isn't it? That is the explanation, for 50 years per hectare. I can assure you, I am a farmer, and I'm a member of parliament, but I will struggle to be able to do half of what you're talking about. So even if me, I will struggle, what about those down there? So I will humbly appeal that you revisit your proposals, especially if we can reduce the number of years. You are looking at 50 years. Can't we do 2 years? Can't we do 3 years? Why are we pegging it at 50 years? So, I beg you, and the authorities, let's look at, that is the only thing that will encourage. Every investor is after profit. And you know, per your analysis, you are basing your analysis on 7 tons per hectare. I am in the industry. No farmer in this country gets 7 tons per hectare. No farmer in this country gets 7 tons per hectare. In any case, you are going to bill farmers for the usage of the water. These are the very things we must be thinking about. And for government to recoup the investment, shouldn't be 2 days or 3 days or 1 year. It's a long-term investment. And so, please, let's try and then look at the proposals again. Because for me, I must be very honest with you, I can't afford this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I am a citizen of Togome. And I was very happy about the statement the previous speaker had made. I also want to appeal to the organizers of this conference, especially KLBIP, to carefully read between lines of the statement of the traditional leader of this place. Because we need peace in the area to do every work. Now, as a citizen of Togome, and as my family being a very large landholder in the area, we were asked to put a stop to cultivating our area or our land as far back as 2009. This area was taken from us. And according to Togme's statement, the canal catchment area is not the only area in Togome that has gone into acquisition for land. Vetpro is there, Anyako Farm is there, etc. And the total put together is about 10,000, over 10,000 hectares. There is little or no place for the citizens of Togome to do any farming. And since 2009, it has been a very big challenge in the area, especially some particular areas in Togome. The landowners had not got any income from their land since 2009. But we are waiting patiently that when the canal is completed, we shall have something back when we get a reasonable portion of the canal to do our farming on. I know today we are at investors conference, and all that we are talking about is about investment. I think I am a bit saddened that KLBIP did not do any serious consultation with the land farmers before we are bringing in these investors. As of now, we don't know where we stand with the local landowners and those from Togome in this scheme of the project. We don't exactly know where we stand. I don't want to talk very much. But what I and some other people wrote to the coordinator of the project a time ago is that the government and its partners and other stakeholders should empower the indigenous farmers. That was what we told them. Empower the indigenous landowners and farmers so that they can go to the land and work and bring peace and enjoyment and benefit to the people. Now, if from 2009 up to 2021, and the land is still not given to us. If you want us even to move onto the land now, where am I going to get the funds to go onto the land? All of us, you can answer this question for yourself. So, in short, I don't want to drag the issue, but the position of the smallholder farmers is very critical. And you must quickly come together. Come and invite us and explain to us exactly what our portion is in this project.
I just want to give a brief background to the kind of consultations and interactions we've had with the Togome traditional area. In fact, we even have mentioned that when we finished, we have put 84 hectares to pilot production. And this 84 hectares was based on a list of outgrowers given to us by the communities as well as the some anchor farmers, just to try the model we wanted to put in place here, where anchor farmers come in and work with outgrowers to ensure that they pull them up, assure them of inputs and markets, and for them to be able to work on the land when we start. In fact, the results of the 84 pilots or the report can be made available to investors to see whether what we are saying is true and the effort put in by our farmers. So it's not that we want to banter, but they know that we have consulted them. We know there are issues. We know the issues they've raised, and we've passed them on, and they know that they are being addressed. As to whether we never mentioned this to them, this conference to them, I would also say that that is why their presence here even shows that we knew they were going to come. And so they've been represented at the highest level because of the kind of interactions and because we don't have anything to hide. Because we know that all the issues that they've raised would receive the utmost attention at policy level. So everybody must rest assured. As for Mr. Eso and Toby, we know that we've been interacting, and we know that some of the things they are mentioning is not necessarily GCAP. It is based on maybe other experiences they've had before GCAP came in. And if you look through the info pack, you will see the historical antecedents. But they know that since we came, it's been difficult, all right, but we've managed to take the project a notch higher. And what we promise, even though this is a stage where we are all going to enjoy from the pie, so they should have patience, and I'm sure all their issues will be addressed. But they should also know that if they are going to come in, we need the investors who are also going to come in now, so that together we all start together, not that one starts before the other one comes, because the model we are looking at is they working with nucleus farmers so that they are guaranteed some of the nucleus farmers take away some of the binding constraints that the smallholders have when they farm.
Thank you very much. I'm Charles Hombe, and I want to thank GCAP and the organizers for this program. I heard something here during the presentation that the chairperson, the DCE is the chairperson of the Land Allocation Committee. Now, when we refer to LI 1350, there is a specific provision and a mention of the chief executive, district chief executive, as the land allocation committee chairman. But when you come to LI 2230, there hasn't been any specific mention of the DCE being the land allocation committee chairman. So please, I want these clarifications to be done for us. Thank you.
I think in my earlier submission, I explained that Honorable Minister for Food and Agriculture is going to meet Nana Togwe and his elders and the community opinion leaders. But this conference cannot discuss policy issues. The issue that has just been submitted, these are all policy issues, legal issues. In fact, we don't have the lawyers here to interpret the LIs for us. So as much as possible, all issues, concerns from the chiefs and elders and the opinion leaders, they are all issues. That is why Honorable Minister himself wants to sit with the leaders, discuss those that are legal, those that are community, those that are political, those are everything. There will be enough time to discuss. So let us calm down, hold our peace, and then let that opportunity come so that we go and put forward all the legalities so that we explain all. At this forum, we just want the investors to appreciate the potential that we have. And also, as the engineer said, definitely on the land, there will be investors, there will be local people. The land, these two parties, but now, how for these two parties to coexist is what we are going to discuss with Honorable Minister. So definitely, portions will go to investors, portions will go to the community people, so that they also survive. So don't let us be so much up. Let us all be down. Let us all see what we can do, how to move such a project forward, so that the whole country will benefit. Thank you very much.
In such, for such investments, financing is a key issue. Financing. So I want to know the view of GCAP, how they intend to bring in financial institutions to support this investment drive. Thank you.
Thank you. In terms of financing, I think there are banks here. We invited some banks here. Exim Bank, ABSA, they are all here with us. And Eco Bank is also here. So what we do is that's why you put in your proposal for us to discuss. It's something that we are going to work with you. The most important is your technical proposal. I mean, you know it. Because that is what to show that we can really work to provide jobs and income to develop the area. Once you take a proposal and you put up your fund, we will work with you to look at the finance, the funding arrangements. So that will also be provided. That's why we've invited some of these banks here.
Thank you very much. My name is Daniel Agbosi. I'm with Rima Agri Services. Now, my question is, if you look at the rates, I'm coming to the money issue. You see that it is 860 Ghana cedis per annum for a hectare. Now, I want to know, why are we trying to take the money up front? The first explanation that was given is because government wants to recover the money. And is there going to be some kind of negotiation for us to try and beat this down? Now, the 860 per hectare, is it a take it or leave it? And if we want to negotiate, who do we negotiate with? Thank you.
As I say, you do your proposal and submit it to us. Because it's not a one-day thing. We will look at it. We are trying to build a business model. It's not that government is going to see this amount takes only 40% of the whole 200 million. This charge you are charging, it constitutes 40% of the whole amount. It's not 100%. So you do your proposal, bring and let's look at it. Then we can work together to see how we can address it. But it's important to realize that these figures, the Lands Commission, they are here. Let me welcome them. Are they here? Lands Commission, I know they are here. Yeah, Mr. Pepra, welcome. We work with them from day one. And I can give you figures about lands, cost of land in this area. They've done everything we did was within the law with the Lands Commission. So you come, we sit down with you, and we'll take you through to know what it is, how we arrive at it, and how we intend to move forward.
Okay, thank you very much. Just a very quick one. In terms of engaging the people locally, I'm sure you're still working on policy as far as that's concerned. I was wondering, in general terms, is it more likely to be a case of where there's the investor has to, almost like a compulsory clause or something, has to have people in, or are you more likely to just allocate land to people on a local level? Okay.
Remember I said in my statement, and it's written, that we are attracting for Tono and Right Bank, the policy of only small-scale farmers did not work, I can tell you. And I say this in authority. The managing director himself is here, of ICO, that we are even trying to remodel the whole thing. In total like this now, we want to take, there's a 300, some acreage of land, hectare of land that we want to invite also, we want to do a similar thing, they invite investors to take over as commercial farmers so that they can work with the small-scale farmers at hand holding. So it's not something that is limited only to the left bank. The right bank, there's a whole chunk that we haven't worked on. There's also a negotiation to have an investor. Apart from, we realize that at the right bank, Golden Exotic is there. So the right bank is not only small-scale farmers. Golden Exotic is there. And I tell you, they are the largest organic banana farm in the world. They are here with us here. They also want to invest in the left bank. So it's not true that this is the only place where we are bringing in large-scale farmers. There's a large-scale farmer, a very big one, international one, and they are here from Golden Exotic. And they employ people all over this area. So when we bring these people here, it's not something that the business is here. So let's look at it, because I tell you that if you look at the other irrigation schemes, you put in money, then the man makes his income, puts it in his pocket. When the land, the thing is broken down, he comes back to the government, come and repair it for me. That's why we are sitting on, and we as a people, we are paying for it. And if that is not sustainable. So we need to work out a plan and see how do we move forward to make sure that if we take a loan, how do we pay back at the same time, make sure that it benefits the people. Because the 34 million or 200 million we are spending here, it can build at least 3 SHS, I can tell you. Yes, they can build 3 SHS. But we think that we put it in the land and get people to work productively. The farmers themselves can put up schools for the area. That's the type of investment we have. That's why I said, this is a beginning. Do your proposal, you go around your proposal and bring it, and take it one-on-one basis and work with you to ensure that the investment here is to set an example and that we can recoup part to be able to invest in other areas in the country. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the regional minister, I want to say a big thank you for having joined this investment conference. Your active and dynamic participation has made this conference a success event. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I'm very happy and I feel deeply gratified that this gathering has come to confirm our readiness to take the opportunities that exist when this project comes into fruition. And I believe strongly that we are ready. Again, I want to say that greater insights of the investment opportunities have been shared. And we've learned that irrigation is the way to go. If we want to have a paradigm shift from the rain-fed agriculture, then irrigation is the way to go. And we've also seen, and it has been demonstrated, the opportunities that are there in terms of creating livelihood opportunities for our teeming youth. I've been reliably told that over 12,000 direct and indirect jobs is likely to be created. And I believe this is good for Volta region and Ghana at large. Again, we want to say that mainstreaming irrigation and building resilience to climate change is another thing we need to look at. In the presentation by the minister, in fact, he indicated that COVID-19 and the climate change are issues that we need to watch because it has impact on whatever we'll be doing under this project. Again, we want to say thank you very much for coming. And then we want to assure the traditional authority, when it comes to sustainability of this project, we need them. We need everybody on board. We need the district assemblies, we need opinion leaders, we need the community members, and everybody on board. And we need to dialogue. So all your issues that you've raised will be looked at. I believe the technical team will put their heads together and make sure they meet you at the point of your need. Again, we want to say that with the World Bank, they also expressed their view on the not entertaining absentees investment or investors. We have to be committed to everything we are doing, especially on behalf of the investors, so that we make sure that we utilize the land and the investment that has gone into this project. And again, let's try as much as possible to sustain this project. Again, I'm happy to note that all the infrastructure, social infrastructure, has already been put in place. We have a very good road network, we have water, we have electricity, and all the enabling environment are very good. So on this note, let's take opportunity, and I believe strongly that this project will be a game changer for Ghana and especially for Volta region. On this note, I want to say a big thank you for coming to Volta region. We are so grateful. Thank you very much.
I would say that God has been very merciful to us. This project was launched in 2018, and we are in 2021. All the challenges that we have gone through, today, at least we have met here to listen to what the project can offer. So let us express our thanks to Almighty God. So God, we are very grateful. Then the next one is to the regional minister rep and the chairman. Chairman, kindly take the message to the regional minister that at least you have done your man's job. We thank you. Then Nana Amankrado and his elders, we are also grateful for coming to sit in, to express your views, sentiments expressed to be looked at. We are very grateful. My chief director and all those who supported the chairman for this important assignment, we are also very grateful for also coming. Contractors, consultants, and all those who in diverse ways supported the team to deliver this, we also thank you very much. Now to the team. The team have made the project team, GCAP team, and then the technical partners, namely Ministry of Finance, Lands Commission, Environmental Protection Agency, and the rest. We are also very, very grateful. We thank you so much for supporting us to come to this far. Now to the project steering committee members, I myself a member. We also have supported the project team to also deliver this output. So members, we're also very thankful. Lastly, to all of us, potential investors present, and other stakeholders of agriculture sector of the country, media men, everybody that we extended invitation to, then spent some time with us this morning. Now it is even this afternoon, up to this afternoon. We also thank you.